Hello. We had an awesome weekend. It was pretty full on, but it was awesome. So our daughter and her partner had their engagement party, which was fabulous. One of the desserts that I made a whole lot of stuff going back a step. In Thermomix, and of course, didn't have time to record any of that stuff, but I made some awesome recipes. Great salads. That's what did I make? I made the soba coleslaw noodle salad. That's delicious. I made the chipotle Mexican chipotle chili salad thing, and with beans and avocado. That's really delicious as well. In fact, they were so delicious that almost everything had gone by the time I got to eat. But one of the things, Rachel made an awesome cake. I made the seriously delicious lemony slice in small containers, small silicone rounds. They went really quickly. Orange cakes, not so good, but I don't mind. They're in the freezer. We can eat them when we want. And Rachel brought down a chocolate fountain. Gorgeous, gorgeous picture of a little tiny girl looking at it, watching all this chocolate going, eyes growing up. And but we couldn't put that on the main dessert table because there was no power. So really nothing got eaten. So I was left with a whole pile of strawberries. So I made strawberry jam last night. Why not? And then I put marshmallows in because I put it out to our team, Thermix team, what would you put in a chocolate fountain? And the lovely Michelle said, honestly, I'd just do marshmallows and strawberries. So that's what I did. And I've got a huge bag of marshmallows left. So I thought, right, I'll stick marshmallow into cookie dough. And there's Rocky Road, which I might make a bit of, but the other one is a Wagon Wheel Slice. So I thought I'm going to make that. So that is what we are making. Okay, so I need 70 grams of sugar. I just make sure that my volume is right up here. I just got to set that. It is. Awesome. 70 grams of sugar going in. Oh, it wasn't 70 grams because I never used the full amount of sugar. Okay, so that's 55 grams. When you're cutting back on your sugar, you must, actually, let's have a think about it. No, that's okay. 55 should be fine. You must only cut by a maximum of a third. Okay, no more than that. That changes the structure of whatever you're making. And so I've just done my quick calculations and we are fine here. 60 grams of softened unsalted butter. Okay. Put my lid on. 20 seconds, speed 5. All right, just stop that. I don't know if you could hear a difference, but it's just buzzing around. It's pushed everything to the side. So, all right. I'm just going to scrape the sides on. I'll put it on for a little bit longer, see if it whips up anymore. If not, we're not going to worry about it doing anymore. I'm going to put it on 4. So sometimes if you hear that something's not mixing, it stops again now. Then you just need to drop the speed and it will mix in a bit better rather than spitting it all out onto the sides. All right, so there we go. Then I'm going to add 1 egg. And 200 grams of plain flour. This is gluten-free flour. Okay. And a bit of baking powder. And a bit of salt. We need a little bit of salt in my spoon. "20 seconds, speed 4. A bit more volume in there this time, so it might actually be fine. asking me to scrape down the sides again, which I need to do. It's a sort of brownie colour. That's because of the flour. I need to add a little bit of water in there. We'll see how we go. Just pinch it together, see how it sticks together, all right? Taste good, truly. Another 20 seconds and I'll wash my hands while that's happening. Then what it actually wants you to do is put it into a slice tin. Now, I don't know about you, and it does have oil on the chocolate top, but I'm always a little bit, you know, I'm sure about that. So I am going to use my favourite trick, mini muffin pans. But I was talking to the lovely Irene. She reckoned I should still grease them, so that I was a bit concerned about the marshmallow coming out. So I have greased them, and I'm going to pop them into here. It's always tricky to know how much mixture to put in. So I'm going to put this a little bit and put it in here. In the recipe, it says there are 36 slices. I have 24 of these, so we'll see how we go. Boring for you watching this, so we might actually stop it. So tempted to eat that. So it's going to bake for 10 minutes at 170 degrees. Okay. Okay, so here we are 10 minutes later, and what it's asking me to do, so I can't, they're very hot, straight out of the oven, but my little bases are all cooked in there, okay? And what I've got to do next is just put a little bit of strawberry jam on top of them. So let me just go back here. Time's up, yes, I know that. Strawberry jam. Each one. So again, this will take me a little bit of time. So the strawberry jam, yes, as I also said at the beginning, I made from strawberries that were left from the party. So gotta love it with cookie dough. You can work out how to use up all your ingredients. Great money saver. We've actually got a girl at work who's getting married on the weekend, and tomorrow's her last day before she has a couple of days off to do all the last minute things. And so I thought it'd be nice to take something in work. So that's why I thought I would whip these up today. Not my usual type of dessert, I would have to say, but I think they'll probably be very good. And I know, so at work, we've got some physios. I'm a receptionist, ex-physio, but too long ago to go back and do that, have to retrain, not interested. So we've got a myotherapist there. Oh my gosh, she loves it when I bring stuff in. And she's funny because I said to her, you know, you just need to get the Thermomix. You can make all these things. Oh, I like you making them for me. So that's what happens. Anyway, I might see if I can get, that's okay. So you put the jam in and then you cover with marshmallows. So actually I might do cut side down. So you have to halve the marshmallows. Okay, I'll see if I can get this a little bit closer. Let's see. Okay. There we go. All right. So I'm going to put these marshmallows, and I might need more than I've actually cut. So I think I'll do actually some of them. Excuse my hands here. I think what I really need to do is chop some of those in half as well. So it's really 1.25 marshmallow on top of each one. So I'll do pink. I might even be able to squeeze. You know what? That'll save a bit of chopping if I do that. So I put those in there. Get this in. And then what we're going to do is put these back in the oven so the marshmallow actually melts. So I hope I'm not overfilling here. I will have a mixed colour one. Okay. Let's hope I don't end up with a big marshmallowy sort of mess on the top here. It's always a learning curve. So, you know, as I said, in the recipe, it's done in on a tray, but I quite like these individual things. It's sort of become a bit of my thing. And I don't like cutting through chocolate, which is obviously what's going to be on top. All right, so I'm going to keep going with these, and then what's going to happen is I'm going to put them in the oven, and they're going to bake for 8 to 10 minutes until the marshmallow softens, and then I will be back to show you what happens next. So we're back, and I have overfilled with marshmallow. Anyway, can you see that? So what I actually need to do, so that was in the oven. They're sort of melded into each other a bit, and I've just got to make sure that they're nice and flat. So I have gone a little over the top with some of this. I don't know, some are smaller than others, obviously. Oh. But I might just leave them as they are. I said to flatten it. Remember, if you're doing the big slice tin, you might need to spread it out and flatten it. But these sort of pretty much done their own. Some of them are a bit domey. But what we've got to do now is literally wait for that to cool down, and then I'm going to melt chocolate. So I'm not going to wait for that because we could be here a while. So I will just let you know what it says in the recipe. Gently press the marshmallows down to create an even surface. Not quite sure we've got that, but anyway, they look really awesome, let me tell you. Let's just tip it up. Pretty cool. Set aside to cool. After that, we're going to put 250 grams of chocolate broken into pieces, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. So I've really only got, I've got grapeseed oil and I've got olive oil. Put the lid on and melt at 50 degrees for 3 minutes on speed 1. Then scrape down the bowl, pop the lid on, another minute, and then pour the chocolate over the marshmallows. This is where it's going to get interesting. I'm hoping some of these are going to just flatten down a little bit as they go along. So if you decide you want to make this and you're doing it in the silicone mould, I would probably try to, you know, like it's a tricky one. I think it's sort of in between. It's in between 2 halves. So you cut your marshmallow in half and you put the cut side down, and then just a little quarter, maybe just a quarter of another one like that. Anyway, we'll see how it goes, and I will post a picture with the recording when it's all finished.